Hello, everyone. Good morning and welcome to today's interesting session on connecting customers with your business online with a key focus to Google Ads itself. So, my name is Tony and I'm a lead coach at Upskill Digital. We're growing with Google delivery partners in Sub-Saharan Africa, and we're super excited and thrilled to be presenting this material today and helping you connect with your customers online. And not just here alone today. I have my colleague by the live chat. His name is Emmanuel. He's also a good friend of mine, and he's going to be helping out there with your questions and also your contributions. So this is a really, really interesting topic, and I'm sure you're going to have some questions. So feel free to engage with Emmanuel right there on the live chat. In case you're looking for that, you can find it right there on mobile, or even if you're joining from PC. So far you're joining and you are connected on YouTube and you're logged in, you have access to that live chat functionality. So Emmanuel is right there, ready to engage with you, ready to help out. Myself, Tony, I'm also here ready to engage with you and ready to help out. So we're going to have an interesting time today. I just want to assure you of that. But before we get started, I would like to meet every single one of you. So please head over to that live chat and kind of like introduce yourself. So tell us your name, where you're joining from, and what you hope to gain from today's session. So it's all about Google Ads today, and we are just basically going to be walking you through how you can connect with your customers online, focusing exactly on Google Ads. So you go on to the live chat, tell us your name, where you're joining from, and exactly what you hope to gain from today's session. We could make it fun a bit. You could go on to tell us what you've had for breakfast. For myself, I've had bread, I've had tea, I have water right here in front of me, and I would also be having Google Ads here for breakfast. So just go on to the live chat and let us know where you're joining from. Emmanuel is right there to engage with you. And the topic for today is really, really interesting. We're going to be here for at least 1 hour to 1 hour, 15 minutes. Please feel free to ask your questions. And along the line, I'm also going to be having questions for you. But just so we are clear, there are no wrong answers. We just have answers, or maybe I'll choose to call them contributions today. So no wrong answers, we just have contributions. So feel free, whenever I ask that question, feel free to contribute, feel free to engage. I'm not calling it answers this time. Yeah, those are contributions, and no wrong contributions. I would also say that. So today we have 3 items on the agenda, and I would say the session is split into 3 sections. So we're going to be starting with an introduction to online advertising, what's online advertising all about, and then we'll also be heading towards getting set up with Google Ads. How do you get set up with Google Ads, which is what we are focusing on today, and also how you can set up a smart campaign. It's the name is really interesting. It's a campaign that is very smart and so easy to set up. You all are going to be thrilled when we get to that last session today. So by the end of this particular session we have today, everyone here should be able to understand what Google Ads is and how it helps connect with customers and their business. Everyone here should also be able to know how to set advertising goals, how to create smart campaigns, which is the last thing we'll be looking at today, and also how to understand, track, and measure your campaign performance. Like I love saying, if it can be measured, it cannot be improved. If you cannot measure it, there is no way you can go on to improve it. So it's very, very important that we also look at ways where we can measure this out of ours. So I have Perpetual here, I have Aga, Isaac, and lots of people joining in on the chat and introducing themselves. It's great to have you all join us. I have David also joining from Impact Africa and is joining from Accra, Ghana. Wherever you are joining us from in Africa or around the world, you are welcome. So David and everyone here who's watching, you all are welcome. And I'm so excited and thrilled to have you all join us for this particular interesting session which you're having. Just so we are clear, this session is part of Google's ongoing commitment to make sure that or to empower small businesses, small retail businesses with the right skills so they are able to grow and scale their businesses. Because we do believe that when small businesses grow, the economy of Africa would grow. And when Africa is growing, it's good for every single one of us. So this is an ongoing series, and this is the final webinar in this series. We've gone over walking you through how you can create a digital marketing strategy, Last week we went through using insights, data and insights to help your business grow. And today we're wrapping it up with leveraging Google Ads to just connect with your customers online. But it doesn't just end here. Google's commitment is still ongoing. So we have subsequent sessions still coming up and lots of programs available to help small businesses grow. But this is part of that key commitment of Google to help small retail businesses grow. And this is Retail Month, so we're celebrating retail businesses this month. And let's dive right into what we have for today. We're starting with that introduction to online advertising. Online advertising it's been around for a very long time, to be very honest with you. And businesses, whether large, whether small, they all use you could all leverage ads to appear on search result pages, whether it's web pages, and it could also be in apps, it could be video ads, it could appear on YouTube. So it's needless to say that to get results, you need to be found online where potential customers can, of course, see you, particularly when they are looking for information about the products or services you are offering. So you do want to be seen. Yeah, you do want to be seen. You want to be found right there when people are searching. So that's basically what we'll be looking at in this first part of today's session, just introducing you to what online advertising is all about. And here are some very, very key interesting stats we have right here. As of December 2019, 525 million internet users were recorded in Africa. 525 million internet users were recorded in Africa. Not just stopping there, 74% of web traffic was generated via smartphones and only 24% via PC devices. More and more people are turning to smartphones and doing a lot with that. It's becoming an increasingly mobile world. And out of these users, 208 million search for businesses, products, and services shopping online. So people are not just turning to the internet or using smartphones and just watching videos and playing games, looking at memes, sharing memes. People are also searching for businesses, products, and services, and they are shopping online. So you as a business owner, you as a retail business owner, you sure do want to be right there. When people are searching, you want to be found. Imagine you're a business owner, of course. People are searching for this. Where else would you rather be? Where they are searching for, right? So this stats are showing us where the world is heading to. We are seeing it's becoming an increasingly mobile world, and more people are turning into these mobile devices or even their PCs to search for businesses, products, and the likes. Here's a question for you all. How are you currently connecting with your customers online? And remember, please remember, I mentioned there are no wrong answers. And this particular question is really, really relative. So how are you currently connecting with your customers online? Have you been connecting with them through this particular application? Have you been connecting with them through Google My Business? Have you been leveraging Google Ads already? Or just would love to hear. Emmanuel is right here on the chat. Is there to engage with you, and I love the energy coming right there on the chat. You all are really engaging, and let's keep this going. So there are lots of different ways when it comes to connecting with customers online, and I would say it's not linear, because one person could say, okay, I connect with my customers this way, I connect. The customer journey it's not linear. It's not a straight line like, I know my customers are going to do this, the next thing is this, the next thing is that. It's never a linear journey. So it's looking something like this. Zoom, 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 goes up, comes down, and we are all customers, and we all partake in this journey. So there are many reasons people go online and many ways to find access to information online. Many devices, you have smartphones, you have tablets, and all these are resulting to that complex customer journey. So here's a simple example. What you have right there on the slide right now, that's a simple example of a customer journey. And let's just say, imagine you are turning on your laptop and you realize the screen is not switching on. Imagine myself or yourself trying to join this session today, maybe yesterday. Oh, I have this interesting session by Google tomorrow. I would love to join with my PC. Okay, I would use my phone. And next thing you see your phone, maybe it's switched off, you're trying to switch it on, it's not coming on. Or maybe it's your laptop. So imagine you're turning on your laptop and you realize the screen is not switching on. So first thing, your first reaction might be, I can fix this. Yeah, you bring out your phone, of course I can fix this. And you search on Google and you start searching how to fix it. How do I fix a laptop? How can I fix a broken laptop screen? Or my screen is not switching on. How can I fix the screen? They are different. You cannot say, okay, this is particularly what this person or you are going to search for. Now, let's say you have an appliance store, you sell gadgets and the likes, or you do laptop repairs. I mean, this is a great opportunity for you to appear. Someone is having this challenge and is looking for ways to solve them. And like we mentioned, remember, it's not linear. Looking at the journey the customer will take, it might come down, go up. I mean, it's never a linear journey. So back to the example we have right here, and I am trying, or you yourself, you're trying to fix that broken screen, or your laptop screen is not coming on, and you've gone on to search and you are now finding promising insights about laptop repairs. You are seeing all this in Google search, and you begin to read articles and you realize that you do not even know some of the technical terms. Maybe they are telling you to go to the motherboard, go to this, and you're like, what's a motherboard? How do I do this? How do I get started today? It gets confusing sometimes when you have those lingos and the likes coming in. And you think, okay, it's time to go to YouTube. So that's the journey right there. You remember I started from search, you've landed on the website, and you're not just understanding. Then you head over to YouTube and you go on and search for how to fix or repair a computer screen. And you believe that, okay, seeing pictures and looking at how this is done, of course, visuals are a very great way to understand stuff. And at the end of the day, you look at this, you see a video, you review the information you found online, and maybe you now get to realize on YouTube, okay, I need to unscrew this, I need to do that. And at the end of the day, you see you do not even have the gadgets or tools to open or to lose that laptop. So still stuck. We're still analyzing the customer journey here, right? So you've gone on from searching, you've landed on the website to need to understand some of the terms. You've gone on to YouTube to see how this is done. And now you're saying that, oh, I do not have the tools to actually do this. So now you're looking for a second plan and you go back and now search for local repair services, or search for maybe laptop repairers or whatever search term you are going to use. And now you book an appointment, and an hour later you have that confirmation to come to the store. So it's never linear. And you yourself, you could take a moment to think about what you've done online this week, what you've searched for, the website you visited. Did you read a blog? Did you watch a video? you might have read reviews. And chances are high that some of you might have spent time searching online and making comparisons. You do this, you watch videos, you're trying to buy this shoe, you search for this, you go here, you see a video, you watch reviews on this shoe, you watch reviews on this phone. I mean, even trying to buy a phone, maybe there's someone who's into selling phone here, phone retailer. And when people want to buy, they would search, watch reviews. And so you putting yourself, you would find out that the customer journey is never linear. And this customer consult multiple sources when they're trying to find information online. So now customers are really more informed than ever. And one common trend you might have noticed in the customer journey is that it's never ever linear, and it does start through a search. It starts with a search. Most customers' journey will start with a search. So you heading on to Google and you're trying to do this, you're trying to do this, you're trying to buy this, there are different micro moments. We have the I want to buy, we have the I want to go, we have the I want to do, we have the I want to know. So trying to do something, learn something, buy something, you're likely going to turn to search. So Google Search provides an opportunity to meet customers when they are actively looking, which is what we are doing today, trying to introduce you to how you can leverage Google Ads, search ads, and maybe the Google Display Network, which is also part of the Google Ads network. So you can meet customers when they are actively looking. Now, as a business owner, you need to make sure that your site is a viable destination for every relevant search. So you need to make sure that your site is right there and has relevant resources. So when people are searching, you are able to shop. And by viable, we mean that your site has to be very useful. For example, if a user search queries, a user is searching for something like Why is my laptop screen black? That's something I might search for. So I'm trying to put it on my laptop screen is black. I am likely going to go on and maybe use my mobile device and search for why is my laptop screen black? Maybe I do not know. I think, okay, it's not spoiled. It's something I can just fix as soon as possible. If you have content on your page answering, on your website answering that, of course you are meeting the customer right there at their point of need. So if you have an answer to that on your web page, I mean, it's a good opportunity for you to appear right there on search. And if you sell replacement unit or offer referred services, even better, because the person might land on that website of yours and see, okay, if your laptop screen is black, it means that you have to fix it, and we do offer fixing services or this and that. And they're like, oh, let me just book an appointment with you as soon as possible. So always make sure you're thinking about your potential customers and what their user journey might look like. Like we've analyzed, you're seeing it's never a linear journey. Customers or consumers are not just going to come in and do search and immediately they are choosing you. It doesn't really go that way all the time. So it's like I'll say zigzag. It could go up, it could go up, come down. So do make sure you are going back, reflecting and asking yourself, what's that customer journey going to be like? And make sure you have resources, blog pages, blog posts and the likes, or pages right there on your website that answers this. Now, the more relevant your website is to search queries, the more opportunities you have to appear on search results. The more relevant your website is, the more relevant it is to search results, to search queries, what people are searching for, the more opportunity you have to show up right there on search. Now, before we go ahead, I would like to answer some questions when it comes to you might have a question. Why should I advertise on Google search? I mean, why should I go on to advertise? Why should I care about this platform? Why should I? What's in it for me to gain? So managing your business is already a full-time job. Of course, you have a whole lot to do. But advertising your business doesn't have to be, it doesn't have to be a full-time job on its own. So Google Ads presents that effective solution that is very, very easy for you to manage. And with that, it's easy to manage. You have that effective advertising solution that is easy to manage. You, of course, can get back to focusing on the running of your business. It's like we're going to be looking at setting up Smart Campaign, which is very, very easy to set up. And in a few minutes, you are just done with that. Your ad is live. So you do not need to spend 10 hours, 20 hours doing this, doing that. And time you should have used to maybe interact with your customers right there in your store. You are spending 10, 20 hours right there advertising. So it's an easy and a very effective solution where you can actually use to reach customers, and setting up your ads are so easy. And just so you know, one other very important reason is that search is an indicator of intent. Search is an indicator of intent. For someone to go on and search, that person has an interest to do this. So for me to go on and search for buy this, buy that, my laptop screen is broken, or we all are retail, most of us are retailers here, I would say, and someone is coming on to search for buy shoes. I would give you an example. I am having a friend of mine is wedding on Saturday, which is in 3 days time. So I was looking at some of the shoes I have, and I think it's not going to go well with the costume I plan to wear for this wedding. So today, tomorrow, I'm likely going to go on to Google to search for buy shoes, buy blue shoe, buy red shoe, or the like. So that intent is there already. So people coming on to search already have that intent. So when you want to find out more about something, where do you go? Go to Google. When you are looking for something, what do you do? And even if you want to visit a website now, I hardly go on and type in xyz.com or xyz.za. So I search for that and then I land on it. So more people are turning to Google, and search is a strong indicator of intent. For someone to go on and search for something, they are really, really interested or very, very ready to go on and buy that, so, or just do business with you. So here's a very, very interesting case study we have here. Let's look at Shepo Jeans. So Shepo Jeans is one of the biggest success stories coming out from the South African SME space. So Shepo Jeans, this is a homegrown denim brand. Does anyone love denims here? I love denims a whole lot. So this is a homegrown denim brand, and it's making waves both locally and internationally. I mean, why? What's happening? So in October 2019, the brand made news headline far and wide as the Duchess of Sussex, as Meghan Markle, visited South Africa and purchased a pair of jeans from Shepo himself. So Meghan Markle, the Duchess of Sussex, visited South Africa in October 2019, and purchased a pair of jeans from Shepo himself. Hearing about this, what's coming to your mind now? I mean, if you don't know Shepo already, you might be thinking, who is Shepo? Shepo James. Buy Shepo jeans. Megan bought from Shepo. What you mean? I mean, there are some. We are inquisitive in nature as humans. So even more so, and more recently, the brand was featured by American Vogue, and it was tagged the South African coolest denim line. It's been featured on Vogue. Meghan Markle bought from Shepo. What are people likely going to be doing on Google search related to Shepo jeans? You put yourself, I mean, you're hearing of this for the first time, likely, or you know Shepo already, or maybe if you know Shepo already, think back to the time you heard about Shepo jeans. What did you likely do? Chances are high that you'd go on to Google search and search for Shepo jeans. How do you buy Shepo jeans? What's the story behind Shepo jeans? How do I buy a pair with Shepo jeans? So Shepo would, want to translate this intent into business, of course. So looking at this, looking at what you have right there on the slide, that's a worldwide searches for Shepo jeans. And you're looking at there's points where it goes on peak. That's where 2 points where it goes on peak. That's where the Vogue feature came in and Meghan Markle buying that jeans. So Meghan Markle, Duchess of Sussex, bought Shepo jeans. So you're like, which Shepo jeans? That's likely what you search for. I want to buy. Vogue also featured. So all these are intent, and all this we are highly inquisitive as humans. So people would want to find out more about this brand, and Shepo himself would want to be right there when the searches are happening, and would definitely want to be found. So it's very, very important for Shepo to make sure that he is converting this interest and intent, converting the interest and the intent to business. That interest is there already. People are like, what's Shepo jeans? What's Shepo jeans? And some people are already, the intent to buy is already there. Buy Shepo jeans, I want that. Shepo's I would say Shepo's idea now, smart idea, or one of Shepo's key focus now would be to converting these searches or this interest, this intent into business. That intent is there already. That interest is there already. It's left for you to convert it into business. As with some of us, you could be selling beads, you could be selling perfumes, you could be selling shoes, you could be selling this. Lots of people are going online with that intent, and they are turning towards to search. Where would you rather be? Let's get going. So it's all boiling down to what we're doing today. So looking at Shepo, Shepo definitely wants to convert this interest to an intent into business. And one way Shepo is going about this is to make sure that he has that Google ad right there on live on Google, the Google advertising network, especially on Google search. So when people are searching, so Shepo is providing an opportunity for them to connect with him as soon as possible. So Shepo has that ad on right there, as you can see highlighted on the slide right there. It's what we are going to show you how to set up today. How can you set up this Google ad so you yourself can convert the intent already, or the interest people have related to what you're doing or related to your brand already, converting this intent and this interest into business. So we've gone over Shepo. People are now hearing about Shepo, or that intent is there to buy denim, to know more about Shepo. Shepo has this ad right there to connect with them when they search. So you yourself, you definitely want to connect with your customers online while they are searching. And one great way to do this is Google Ads, and this is what we're going to be walking you through how to set up today. So here are some advantages of online advertising. Online advertising is ideal for businesses, whether it's large, whether it's small business, and its value to your business can be tracked and measured. It's not something, you're not just picking money and throwing into a black hole, and the value you get, the value and everything you are doing can be totally measured. And online advertising doesn't need much of a sales pitch. The proof is there. You do not need to, I'll do this, I'll do that. I mean, the proof is there. If your campaign is not effective, you cannot shoot. If you're running an ad for yourself and you're not getting, people are not buying, nobody's even clicking on it, it goes to show you that maybe the messaging you have right there, you need to change your copy. So there's no way to sugarcoat it. And when an advertising is really effective, you can see that from the report you have available, and it's also translating to you achieving that goal you did set out for yourself. Another big advantage when it comes to online advertising is that you can control your budget. You can decide how much you are willing to spend on this campaign, on that campaign, and you can always edit, pause, or cancel at any time. And doing this doesn't come with any additional fee. So to cancel your campaign, to edit your campaign, to pause, you don't incur any additional charges for this. So you would also have the opportunity to adapt your strategy when you're relying or when you turn to online advertising. Of course, when you're identifying marketing trends, you're seeing what's trending, you can always adapt your overall digital marketing strategy. Like I love saying, your strategy is not cast on stone. So looking at someone like Shepo's ideal strategy initially might have been focused just on the South African market, but now Shepo becoming an international brand. Shepo is now an international brand. Shepo is definitely going to want to adapt his strategy to make sure he has that Google ad right there. So when, of course, maybe the Google ad reaching people, targeting people worldwide, or because people are not just going to be searching from only South Africa this time around. This is a brand that has been featured on an international platform, Vogue and the Duchess of Sussex. Even bought from this brand, people are going to be searching from all over the world. So Shepo, who might be targeting only people in South Africa, might want to expand targeting. So it goes on to help you to adapt that strategy of yours, and your strategy is always a work in progress. We can always make sure you're adjusting this with new insights and trends. So looking at how ads work on Google search, how does this ads work? I mean, it all starts with that question. You have that desire, you have that intent, you have that interest to know about this. And most people start searching on Google by just typing in a search query. So that's what it's called. What you go on and type in on that search box, that's the search query. So Google's online algorithm, Google's algorithm is the organic algorithm is going to work and make sure that you have the results you're actually looking for in terms of web pages and all, and you have, if it's images, also bringing that out. And at the same time, while the algorithm is doing this, the Google Ads algorithm is also going to be running an auction. So advertisers are bidding for different opportunities to show their ads. So while the Google Ads algorithm is working, the Google organic algorithm is also working. So the Google Ads algorithm is working with what advertisers have provided already and making sure that going to ensure that their ads show up, of course, if it's relevant to what the person or the user is searching for. So eligible ads are just there competing for a spot on the search results, and the winner appears on the page. So it's clearly labeled ads. There's a sticker right there, especially on the left part, you'll find it ads. And searches, you're just going to see these ads, and some of them would come with different call to actions, and some would have extensions. You can make call, and you can also just click, and if you want to buy, it's right there driving that business result. So you as an advertiser, this is what happens when someone searches. The Google ad algorithm is going to work, see what you're bidding and all, how relevant what you have is related to what the user is searching for. So this illustration goes on to show how ads may appear on Google page. And at the top, you may see images. When you search for something, maybe buy shoes, you are likely going to see images. And these are called shopping ads. So below the shopping ads, you can now see what we call text ads. So one interesting thing to note about Google Ads is that you do not pay for your ad to show up on this page. You are not paying for your ad to show up here. You are just paying when there's an action, maybe when someone has now clicked to call or maybe clicked to go on to that landing page or website of yours. So you are not paying to appear here. You are just paying when there's an action. To be honest, it's my best advertising platform. And I don't think there's any other advertising platform offering this. You are not paying to appear when people search. You are paying when people have actually clicked. Isn't this interesting, friends? It's really interesting, I would say. So the position your ad would have is determined by some factors, because people would often want their ad to appear on the first result. So it's determined by some factors, and I'm just going to go over that. So there's something called ad rank, and it's calculated by using the amount you are bidding, as well as the ad quality at the auction time, and the extensions you have right there on that ad of yours, and some other factors you have right there. But just so you are clear, the amount you are bidding, like I mentioned, I mentioned some other factors as well, like your quality score and all. The amount you're bidding is not just the only factor that will determine or make sure your ad is appearing right there on top. Nope. Because some might think, okay, if I bid the highest amount, I'm going to appear on top. I'll tell you, Google's mission is to organize the world information and make it universally accessible and useful. So whatever this brand is doing, they're trying to make sure that whatever they are giving out to users, it's very, very useful. It's information that is useful and relevant to them. So if that's that content you're trying to advertise on that page isn't in any way related to, let's say I'm a retailer, I sell shoes, and I'm trying to maybe dominate the whole, I'm trying to come up for fashion. That's the keyword I'm trying to bid on, fashion. It's not exactly related. I would say, yeah, it's under fashion, shoes could be under fashion, but I mean that's it's so broad. So Google is focusing on relevance. So if you are bidding the highest amount and what you have right there on your page is not very relevant, or your page takes like 1 hour to load, you might see someone bidding below that amount. Let's say you're bidding 10 rands and someone is bidding, of course, if when it comes to questions on bidding, we're heading to smart campaigns. Smart campaigns will handle all this for you automatically. So let's say there's a bid on $10 on this, or 10 rand. Another competitor is bidding 100 rand, and the competitor's page or anything content is not in any way related to what the user is searching for. You might likely show up above that person. So that's how it works when it comes to the ranking of ads. And ads can also appear on Google sites, including Gmails, and this is under the display network. So there are more than over 2 million non-Google websites, and these all form parts of the Google display network. When it comes to the Google advertising network, there's the search network as there's a display network. So Google Display, like the name says it all, it's all about display, and it could include some text, of course, but it's more visual. You'd have images appearing on those websites and also video ads, which could appear on YouTube. So just so we're clear, the one that will show up on Google search, that's a search ad, and that's on the search network. The ones that will show up on partner websites and Google sites, YouTube and the likes, that's display. So depends on you. Display, I will tell you, is mostly good for awareness, while search is good for sales and traffic. So a few more things to note about a few features when it comes to Google Ads. You are paying for results. PPC, you might have heard of this name, pay per click. You are paying for results. You are not paying to appear on search, you are paying for the results. And the display network is right there, and it also offers different bidding options. So when it comes to the display network, how you get charged for that, it could be in something called cost per 1,000 mile, that's CPM, or you're paying for cost per view on YouTube. Now on YouTube, it's also very interesting, I'll tell you, because there's this Trueview Ads format, and if you have that video on YouTube, maybe a 30-second video, you're trying to create an ad with this, and you do find that skip now. So if you skip that ad, likely the advertiser is not paying for it. So the advertiser pays for it when maybe you've watched the ad to 10 seconds or 20 or 15, depending on the length of the video. So you do not get charged for views on YouTube immediately the ad shows up. If the people are pressing or clicking on skip, the advertiser doesn't get charged for that. So there are no fees when it comes to cancellations and all with Google Ads, no setup fees. You are just paying for your ads to when there's a click. When you want to cancel, you do not have to pay any fees. And to get started, all you need to do is visit ads.google.com. And that campaign of yours is coming up. Ads.google.com. And that campaign of yours. Emmanuel, my moderator, is going to be helping out with the link right there on chat. So I'm just going to be taking a quick pause now to see if there are any questions. If there are any questions for me, does anyone have any question related to Google Ads? Any question, please feel free to ask questions. Learning, a core part of learning is asking questions. So please feel free to ask questions. And Emmanuel, everyone is doing a great job right there on the live chat. So if there are any questions, please feel free to keep them coming. I'm going to be checking back to see. We're going to have 2 more pauses for questions. So feel free to keep those questions coming right there on the chat. And kudos to you, Emmanuel. Great job. And also to everyone right here today. Great job. And let's keep the energy going right there on the live chat. So moving on to the next section. In this section, we're going to be introducing you to some campaign types, and we're going to be helping you choose campaign based on your business goals. So just basically walking you through how you can prepare to set up that Google ad of yours. Really, as we go along, it gets more and more interesting, right? So I have this question. Remember, no wrong answers, we just have answers. No wrong answers, we just have answers. So what are your business goals? And this is also a question that is very, very relative. What are your business goals? What are your business goals? Is it that you want to create more awareness? Is it that you want to make more sales? Of course, retail, this is retail month, and most of us here are going to be retailers. Is it that you want to make more sales? Is it that you want to make more people aware that your business, your retail business exists? Did you move to a new location? Let's say you were in Cape Town, but you are now in Johannesburg, and you want to make people in Johannesburg must know that I am in town, this business of mine. So what's that business goal of yours? And it's very, very important, I would always say, to make sure that your business goals are aligning with online goals. Make sure your business goals are aligning with your online goals. I'm going to be talking more on this as we progress. So the first step when it comes to setting or determining your business goals is to make sure you clarify that goal of yours. So always ask yourself, why are you doing this business? Why am I going to promote? Why are you promoting your online presence? What outcomes, what results do you want to see from this campaign? It's always, always good to have a goal. You might say something like, I want to make more money. I want to sell more products. I want to find more clients. I want to grow my business. I want to hire more people. I want to get more donations. I want to sell more of my products. These are all goals, right? But I'll tell you something. These are legitimate goals, but they lack specificity. They are not so specific, to be honest. A goal like I want to make more money. If you're making 1,000 rand in your business and you say maybe in a month and you say I want to make more money, if you make 1,001 rand, that's more money. If you're making $1,000 in a month and tomorrow and next month you make $1,001, that's more money. So that's what you actually want, because that's more money. So your goals have to be really, really specific and defined. So let's look at how to set very specific, and I'll call them, of course, SMART goals. So one way to structure your goal, make your goals look more structured, is to have that, make sure you're leveraging that SMART framework. Make sure your goals are specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and time sensitive or time bound. So S is all about making sure that goal of yours is very specific and detailed. So for example, you are trying to sell more laptops, your retail business, you sell laptops. How many laptops is more? I mean, sell more laptops is not, it's not specific. What type of laptops do you want to sell? I'm trying to sell more XYZ laptop. I'm trying to sell more I'm trying to sell, I want to get 20% increase in the sales of XYZ laptop by so time. It's really specific, straight to the point. And of course, you can measure this, which is leading me to M. You can track this. So you're saying you want to sell 500 more laptops by the end of Q4, by the end of Q3. You can measure this because by next quarter, end of next quarter, if you've not sold additionally 500 laptops, you know, okay, you need to go back and see what's not working and see how you can improve on that. Is it attainable? Is it realistic? If you have a goal like, okay, you're going to sell, you've been selling 100 laptops, and today you wake up a monthly, you sell 100 of XYZ products, laptops, or I would say, let me use something different, to sell 100 shoes of this brand. And tomorrow you say, I want to increase this, please. My goal for next month is to sell 2 million shoes, from 100 to 2 million. I mean, it's good to be audacious, but I mean, being too audacious, I mean, that could be so much. So always make sure you're looking at your sales history and all when you're setting this goal. So make sure it's something that is realistic and attainable, because if you're setting a goal like from 100 sales in a month to 5 million sales next month, it's not really attainable, and you might be going back saying it's not working, while you are the one making that goal of yours too, or just over the moon. So R is to make sure it's really, really relevant to your business. So always make sure the goal you're setting is relevant to your business. So it's something that is tied to your general and overall business goal. And it is for time frame, time sensitive. Make sure you're setting a time sensitive or time cap to this. It's not just good to come out and say, I want to sell 100 more laptops. Just leave it that way. I want to see an increase of 20% in the sales of XYZ laptop by the end of Q4 2021. So by the end of Q4 2021, if I've not achieved this, I know, okay, there's something I need to improve on. So always make sure you set that time frame. Always make sure your goals are specific, measurable, attainable, relevant, and of course, time bound. So when it comes to setting campaigns, there's this very new campaign format which is called the Smart Campaign, and the last part of this training today, that's what we're going to be totally focusing on. So when it comes to setting up smart campaigns, they are designed specifically for small businesses that want to promote products and services online. Smart campaigns are very, very easy to set up right now on Google. So easy to set up. And you can choose goals to get more calls, more visits to your website, goals depending on what you actually want to achieve. So one big advantage of smart campaign is that a lot of the work managing the campaign is automated. The name says it all, it's smart. So you do not need to go on developing keyword list and or the equivalent of it, which is now called search phrase. It's automatically generated. So you do not need to go on setting bidding caps for each particular keyword, or you do not need to do that. So it's everything is automated for you. So it's very easy to set up, and we are going to be looking at how to set the smart campaigns shortly. But before you can launch your ad, you need to make sure that your business is verified. So while setting up your Google ad account, you might be required to verify your business. So if this is the case, all you need to do is go to Africa, visit Africa 118, and my colleague is going to be popping in the link right there on chat. So that's gnb.africa118.com. So while setting up your Google ad account, and you are required to verify your business, or even if you do have a Google My Business page and it's not verified. So Google My Business page, Google My Business is a Google product that helps you manage how you appear on search and maps. So even through Google My Business, you can run ads, very, very smart campaigns. So if you have that presence and it's not verified, you do want to go on to gnb.africa118.com to make sure it gets verified. So Emmanuel is going to be popping the link right there on chat. So please feel free to visit and make sure you get that business of yours verified. So if you are selected to undergo advertiser identity verification, not everyone, I mean, there are some businesses that might need this, not everyone. So if you are selected to undergo that advertiser identity verification, so all you need to do is head over to that partner, which we just shared, that's gnb.africa118.com, fill the form, and they're going to be reaching out to you on how to get you into the verification program as soon as possible. So it's some businesses that might need it, maybe some retail businesses, some media and entertainment businesses. Depending on your kind of business, you might require to go through that verification. So it's always, you have that link right there, gnb.africa118.com, and they'll be sure to help you out. So any question again, I'm taking a pause right now before we go into setting up that smart campaign. That's creating that key campaign of yours, which of course is smart and so easy to set up. People often have this misconception that Google Ads is difficult, and each time I'm like, this is the easiest thing to do. A friend called me up, I think last month, hey, I'm trying to set up Google Ads. I heard it's difficult, and hearsay. I just told her, okay, do this, do that. And at the end of the day, she came back and was like, wow, this is so easy to set up. And you know that she was ecstatic. My campaign is live. So smart campaigns are so easy. And it's automated. The whole process is automated already. So it's not difficult in any way. And in a few minutes, that ad of yours is live. So that's what we're going to be looking at in the next and final section. But before we go into that, I'm just going to be looking to see if there are some questions here. So I have one from Patience Kisiedu. So as charged based on a period of time, and how often will it be run? So Patience is asking, these ads charged based on a period of time, and how often will it be run? So good question and beautiful question right here from Patience. So Patience, ads, looking at search ads, you are going to determine how long you want this ad of yours to run. Or you set your budget, okay, I want to run this ad continuously. I do not want it to end. You set a budget, of course. So these are some factors that might limit your ad. So your ad can keep on running and running and running. Only factor that might limit your ad is your budget cap. So maybe setting a budget of 1,000 Rand, 500 Rand, or depending on the currency which you will be using, $500, $100, $20, $30. your ad could keep running and running till that budget is exhausted. Also, you could set daily budget. So sometimes you set a budget of maybe $5, $10, $20, $30 daily. Once that is exhausted, the next would be for the next day. So it depends on the amount you have on your Google Ad account or the payment method you are using. So ads are not charged based on the period of time. But when it comes to this, ads are charged based on the clicks. When there's a click for set ads, when there's a click, that's when you get charged. So if you have $10 and today you had just maybe 5 clicks at the rate of maybe 0.0 XYZ cents, and maybe that budget of yours was not exhausted, you still have that left in your ad account. So ads are not charged based on period of time it runs. When it comes to display ads, like I mentioned, Google Ads network is split into display and search. When it comes to display ads, you are paying by, if it's maybe ads that are appearing on maybe websites, maybe it's a banner ad, you are paying by 1,000 views. So 1,000 people could see this ad and you get charged maybe $5. So that's how you pay. When maybe 1,000 people have seen this ad, that's when you are charged. If it's a video ad, you are paying when there's a view. Cost per view, CPV. So you have that video ad on YouTube, and we all see this, and we all see some of this. The most popular one, these are Trueview ads. You have the opportunity to skip them. So patience, if you're advertising, if you have a video ad going and someone clicks on skip ad, you're likely not going to be charged for that. You're only going to be charged when Google is sure, yes, there's a view. And maybe depending on the length of that video of yours, maybe your video is 30 seconds or 40 seconds long, it might get to 15 seconds before Google can now charge. So if the user or the viewer does not skip, then Google can say, okay, this person is viewing this, they've gotten, then they can charge. So display ads are charged based on cost per view and cost per 1,000 miles. That's reaching 1,000 people. That image, as 1,000 people have seen it, then they charge you. Search ads are charged when there's a click on it. If there's no click, when you start advertising, you're going to come back to your dashboard, your Google ad, and maybe 1,000 people have seen this if it's a search ad. Maybe 500 people have seen this if it's a search ad, and there's no click, you will not be charged in any way. It's super interesting, to be honest with you. So I hope that does answer your question, patience. And I have seen net solutions. So this is another question right here. So running YouTube ads, how do I really target my preferred audience? So running YouTube ads, that's what SenseNet Solutions is asking. YouTube ads is a video ads. There are different options of targeting when it comes to YouTube SenseNet Solutions. And this is a very beautiful question right here. So you could target based on channels. You could target still based on interest. You could target still based on solutions. So while you are creating that YouTube ad, and to create YouTube ads, you might want to of course there's a Google Ad course manual on Skillshop, so you might just want to go over that. It's also a free course. So there are different levels of targeting right there, and for some people they might choose to target this specific channel. Let's say your product is related to maybe crafts, arts and crafts. Maybe you're selling beads and the likes. You might want to target pages or YouTube channels. Sorry, these are channels this time around. Channels, YouTube channels that are related to arts, or maybe a particular YouTube channel related to arts. You might want to include that in your targeting, and your ad is going to be showing up there. So you can target based on channels, based on interest, and also there are different levels of targeting or areas you can use in targeting. Some would go with targeting, they know, okay, my audience is on this particular, or this motivational speaker. Yes, he talked about, he keeps talking about buying beats or doing this or wearing good shoes. I think I would love to advertise on this page. So this is my shoe. Yeah, I have this video ad on this my shoes. I would love to advertise it there. So you can include that channel right there when you are creating your ad on YouTube for YouTube. So SenseNet, I hope that answers your question on patience. These are all great questions, and if you have more questions, please feel free to keep them. Put them right there on the chat. Manuel is doing a great job. Everyone on the live chat, you all are really amazing. And let's get going. Let's wrap this up with creating that amazing and interesting smart campaign of yours. Who's as excited as I am? So let's dive right into this and wrap this up with practical steps to creating your smart campaign. Whoop. Set up a smart campaign. That's what we're analyzing in this last and final section. So you start by creating that Google ad account of yours. And once you've clicked on, you now go to ads.google.com. Once you've clicked on start now and create a new account, you're going to find a new page like this. Or once you've clicked on create a campaign, you're still going to find a page like this. If depending, you might see smart campaigns. If you see that, select that. If you're not seeing that and you have this particular page, just proceed and know you're about to set up a smart campaign. So it's really, really important to set your goals. First thing first is to set your goals. Remember, it's ask.google.com, and first things first is to set your goals. So depending on your business, it could be that you want more calls, it could be that you want more clicks. Do set your goals right there, and that's the very first step. So once you've stated your business goals, you'll be asked to input your business name and your website name. Setting up smart campaign, you've clicked on you've gone to Google Ads, you've selected your goal. You will now be asked to put in that business name of yours and also your business website. Now, if you have a Google My Business does provide a free website, so you could copy that link and post right there. So if you do not have a website, get onto Google My Business as soon as possible, create that profile of yours, and you are having a free website created for you. You do not need any coding skills for this. Google is going to do this, create a simple one-page website for you, and it's going to serve your needs. So it solves that problem of not having or that issue of not having a website. So you copy that Google My Business link of yours and post right there on where you're asked for to impute your website. So moving on, the next is to enter the locations where you want to show your ads. So for this particular example, what you're seeing on slide, we've selected the whole of South Africa. Or you can choose to set up a certain radius around your business. For example, you're a retail business in Cape Town, and you might want to make sure that, okay, you are a local business and you want to reach just people within this particular region of 5 kilometer radius or 5 mile radius around your business there in Cape Town or in South Africa, in Accra. Like we have people joining from different parts of Africa. You could be in Accra, you could be in Lagos, Abuja, and Nairobi, Cape Town, Johannesburg, and you have that store of yours and you want to reach people within that area. So you could set up by mile radius. You can adjust that. It's right there. You have 5 mile. You just select the mile radius you want. But I'll tell you something. Remember, your digital strategy is always evolving. Remember Shepo Jeans, right? So Shepo Jeans, now an international brand. If you were Shepo, you've been advertising and reaching South Africa, and suddenly you had that exponential reach and awareness, and now people across the whole world know you. You might want to expand this to add other locations. Maybe Duchess of Sussex did buy from you. More people in UK might be searching. Vogue has featured you. More people in America and the likes might be searching. So you might want to add those locations. So depending on your business goals and what you're trying to achieve, you select that location. And after that, the next step is really, really critical. So this is setting up keyword teams. So what are keywords? These are Google Ads works by matching your keywords with what people are searching for. So I have, let's say I'm selling shoes. I'm a retail business. I think I love shoes. I've used shoes a whole lot in these examples. Maybe it's because I know I'll be getting one really soon because I have a wedding on Saturday. So that's it right there. Or maybe you're selling beads and you could be bidding on, you'd want to tell Google, okay, these are keywords that I feel my customers are going to be using. So that's what Google is going to use to match your ad with search queries and what people are searching for. So that's what I mean by keywords. So if you've been hearing that, it's just you knowing what people are likely going to be using to search and find you, and making sure you are putting that right out there and telling Google, yes, people will search for buy shoes, people will search for buy Shepo jeans, people will search for which Shepo jeans, people will search for Shepo jeans. So it's always good to use a mix of your brand name and the variations when you are trying to use playing around with keywords. And remember, this time around, when it comes to smart campaigns, it's not just keywords. You are just, it's the search phrases. So you go on right there. And it's also going to be showing you some recommendations. Remember, you've keyed in your website, your business name. So Google is going to crawl that and say, okay, you're selling shoes. People are going to be searching for this. People have been even searching for this on Google. So you might want to leverage some of those recommendations you'll find below. Now, the top tip here is to make sure that those keywords or phrases are broad enough. So you do not want to go and maybe your brand is XYZ shoes, and that's the only thing you are putting. XYZ shoes, buy XYZ shoes. Who is XYZ shoes? You might, or who is XYZ? Who is Shepo? Who is Shepo? what is Shepo. You might want to be adding jeans. So, because I mean, make sure those keywords are broad enough, because we've looked at the customer journey. People, you do not know what people are. You do not have that clear idea. It's never linear. People will search for this, search for that. So always make sure those keywords are broad and you are not just limiting them. There are different match types when it comes to Google advertising. So still, if you're going to take the Google ad course, which if you want to have like more ideas on all of this, there's a Google ad course on Skillshop, and within 1-2 hours you're done with it, and it just gives you more idea on match types, because there's broad match, phrase match, and there's exact match. So that would help out with that. Well, in this example, we've used a website. In the example you're seeing right there, we've used a website building company. So they are going to be looking at broad terms like creating a website, web design. These are keywords they are going to put in here. How to make a website, because these are what people are likely going to be searching for. If you own a website building company, you're likely going to want to be coming up when people are searching for create a website, web design, how to make a website. And these are keywords people are going to be searching for. So always make sure it's broad enough. And another tip right here, the next step is when you are to create your actual ad copy. So by copy, we mean what you're going to write, and you have 2 headlines right here, or 3 headlines and 2 descriptions. So your headlines are limited to just 30 characters. So you have just 30 characters for that. Your descriptions could get to 90 characters. So while you are putting in this, you are seeing what is going to appear like on the right. So while you are putting in Shepo jeans, best jeans store in South Africa, best, it's worldwide now. So best jeans store in best denims in the world. So while you're creating this, it's always good to highlight what's unique about your business, because you've done all the job and people are now finding that business of yours. You're now appearing on search, of course. You need to make sure that people are going to choose you. So make sure with these highlights or this description and the headlines, you are highlighting what's unique about your business. And if I see it, some people might say free delivery. Be honest about this. Do not put in free delivery when you are not offering free delivery. Some might give 10% discount or 10% for first timers. So it depends on you. What's unique about your business? Free delivery around Durban, free delivery around here. We have a return policy, free return policy. So highlight what's unique about your business. So people will look at this and free delivery, return policy, and Shepo jeans. I've seen they have nice reviews. I'm buying immediately. So make sure you're highlighting what's unique about your business when it comes to creating those ads. It's also important in the next step that you now set your daily budget. So I think Patience did ask a question on this. Our question was kind of related to is your ad limited by the number of times or the days it runs? So I would say it's limited by your budget. So if you have a budget of maybe 50 rands or $50 or 500 rands, maybe you want to spend $100 daily. So that's 5 days. So that's how you set this. So make sure you set that daily budget, and Google is not going to spend above this. So you have $100 or 100 rand sets. It's not going to exceed that. And remember, you are only paying for clicks and actions. Maybe when someone has clicked to call or someone has clicked to get on your website. So you are not just paying to show up, you are paying when an action has taken place. I mean, I get really fascinated whenever I remember this is how this is, because it's so interesting, to be honest, and it's very ideal for small businesses. You're not paying to show up, you are paying when Google is sure that someone has clicked. I mean, we have to give kudos to Google for this, in all honesty. So also one key thing to note here is that you are making a commitment to an investment. You are not just throwing money into a black hole. You can always come back to see how this is going, what's working and what's not working, and also see how it's going to be providing recommendations also on how you can optimize. So the next step is an overview. So this is going to show you, this is your location you are targeting. It's an overview of everything you've done. This is the budget you've put. It's also going to show you an estimated performance. Okay, your ad is going to reach XYZ number of people and would likely get 50 to 100 clicks. So this is where you have everything showing and displayed to you. And okay, you're satisfied with this. What next do you do? You also in that page, you might see an option to add your Google My Business link or connect a phone number. If that's available, if you see that, you could also add that. And when all this is done, you add your payment info of course, you add your payment information. It could be your credit or debit card, and you add that. Once that's done, your ad is going to do what? Boom, your ad is live and you are right there. Congratulations to you. You are right there. So far, you've done everything right. You're going to be showing up when people are searching for your business or those keywords you've added, and you're going to be achieving that business goal of yours. If you had those, if you have great copies, you've highlighted what's unique about your business, and people are clicking, taking actions, more sales to that retail business of yours. You are achieving your goal. You are achieving your business and online objective, and business is booming, retail is growing, Africa, of course, is growing. So that's it. This is a very, very easy step. And one thing about all this is that you wouldn't want to leave this for next week or next month before you try it out. Our advice to try this as soon as possible. Maybe today, try this right now, and you would see how easy it is. Very, very easy. In fact, when smart campaigns were introduced, first time I did this, I launched a smart campaign. I was like, wow, easy does it. So it's really easy. Drop that misconception that Google Ads is as difficult. You have smart campaign here, and in 5, 10 minutes, 15 minutes, you're set up and your business is live. So we're not just leaving you right here. The best part about advertising is that you can measure your performance. So when you go back to your account, you can measure what's working, what's not working, see how your campaign is performing. And one important, one key benefit of this is that you can see what's working and keep doing more of that. You can see what's not working and find out ways to actually optimize and get better results. So we're not just leaving you here. There is support for you, of course. So to make sure that you get a head start, it's an interesting announcement. So to make sure you have that head start, Google has made available 900 Rand coupon code to you. And essentially what Google is going to be doing is that they're going to match your advertising spend to 900 Rand in the first month of you running that ad. So you, along with this, to add to this, you're also going to get that free account setup. You're going to get that free ad account setup. Free, you do not need to do this setup and the likes, and management assistance. So as you have that assistance and every other thing as you go through creating this ad of yours. If you reach out to the Google partner here in Africa, which is Africa 118, Emmanuel is going to be popping the link right here on chat. So if you want to leverage or take advantage of this, visit google.africa118.com. And it's easy. This is all you have to do to qualify for this. So head over to google.africa118.com and you have that free setup and management assistance for free. And you also have about, I think, this is for South Africans, you have 900 Rand coupon code available to you. But if you're joining from wherever you're joining from Africa, you can also visit google.africa118.com. I think this is available for other countries as well. So you have that 900 coupon code available to you, and Google is going to match your spend up to 900 Rand in the first month of you running your ads. So jump right in on this as soon as possible. What are you going to do next? I know you're heading over to google.africa118.com to get started immediately. So there we have it. I mean, this has been really interesting, and I'm just going to pause to see if I have more questions. This is the final pause for question. So I have Oxbet right here is asking this question. Is there a way or plan to integrate WooCommerce with Google My Business, just like it is for Facebook shops currently, especially if the product catalog is too large to add products one by one to the GMB profile? So this is a great question, Oxbet, and we're just going to be taking note of this, and I'm leaving that suggestion for the team in charge of Google Ads. Right now, I cannot speak on this, because I am not sure if this is on, so I wouldn't want to speak on this, but this is a very great suggestion, Prospect, and we're going to be taking note of that and dropping that for the team in charge of Google My Business. Google is very open to feedback, so the team is going to love this idea and suggestion. So thank you so much for Osbet. So Flo Q, explain more about bidding on keywords. So that's an interesting question still. So keywords are, of course, you are trying to advertise, and you are looking at what customers or what people are likely going to be searching for. So you sell shoes, Q, I'm giving an example, or you sell beats. What are people likely going to be searching for? They're likely going to be searching for buy beats, buy Q beats, for example. And if they know you already, buy Q beats or buy this beat. You what Google is going to be looking at matching your business to search queries is the keyword you provide. So if you provide a keyword like buy bid and someone is searching for that, very good for you. If you provide a keyword like Q bids and people know you and they're searching for this, very good for you. If you provide a keyword like buy best bids in South Africa or Nairobi, maybe that's your region, very good for you as well. So keywords are what the Google ad platform is going to use to match that advert of yours to what people are searching for. I hope that helps with your question. So I have Bernard. Bernard is also asking, what is the least amount Google would accept for the budget, advertising budget? Bernard, you can advertise with $5, $6, $7, $10. I cannot say there's a list amount, so cannot speak on list amount, but I know I've seen ads of $3, $2, and for some clicks you are just I think maybe $1, I would say. So you should have $1 to $5. If I'm to advise, you should have $1 to $5 when you're getting on with ads at daily budget. Ideal maybe $5, $3. So you could have clicks ranging at 0.0 $15 cents to 0. So it's really cheap, to be honest with you. And I would advise $3 to $5. So that's it there. I hope that helps Bernard, Q, and everyone else who has asked the question. SysNet Solution has another question. With keywords, some keywords have click-through rates. If I limit my keywords to what's with high click-through rates, am I going to be doing any damage if I'm not using lots of keywords? So like you do mention, some keywords would have high click-through rates, but click-through rates are dependent on what you are actually, to be honest with you, they're dependent on what you are putting out right there when it comes to advertising. So click-through rate is the rate at which people see your ad and actually interact with that ad or click on it. So for those who do not understand. So if 100 people are seeing your ad and only one person click on it, that's a 1% click-through rate. If you're having 100 people seeing your ad and 30 people are clicking on it, that's a 30% click-through rate. So it's dependent on what you have. And when it comes to picking keywords, I would say go as broad as possible. So you could have 20, 30 keywords, depending on your business, in fact. And Google Ads is always a work in progress. You say, this is working, this is not working. Always see how you can optimize. So I'm not sure you are damaging if you are using lots of keywords, but make sure these keywords are related to what you are offering. Because if it's not related to the messaging you have right there, your copies, if it's not related to your business, people are going to see that ad and they're not going to click on it. So it's going to affect your click-through rate. So click-through rate is a very good metric. And for some ads, I get to see click-through rates ranging 30, 40%. And you see there, this person really knows what he or she is doing because it's really advertising. He or she is advertising, putting out what people are finding and with the right messaging and all, and his business, his offering is very much related to this. Whoops, so that's it for questions, and I hope that answers all the questions I have today. So really great having you all join us for this interesting session. It's been an amazing ride, and I hope I did justice to answering your question, and I thank you so much for coming out today to join us for this interesting session. So I'm just going to be proceeding and wrapping it up with giving you some next steps. So today's session is just the beginning, I would say. And one thing you would have to do going forward is to make sure you implement. So I'm going to ask everyone, what's one thing you are going to be changing after what you are going to be doing after this session? What are you going to be implementing first? Are you going to be reaching out to Africa 118 to get that coupon and launch your first ad? Are you going to be launching your first smart campaign? I'll tell you something. Knowledge isn't power until it's applied. That's a quote from one of my favorite authors, Dale Carnegie. Knowledge isn't power until it's applied. So you do make sure you implement this new knowledge of yours, and you have to get onto the link right here, which is learndigital.google.com/courses. So Emmanuel is going to be popping the link. That's the link to the Google portal where you find different courses and resources to help you grow, learn more for free, upskill, and get skills to grow your businesses. So we're live on social media, and if you'd like to hear more about our upcoming sessions, this is part of Google's ongoing commitment to supporting retail SMEs across sub-Saharan Africa. And we've had a session on creating your digital marketing strategy. We've had a session on leveraging data and insights to grow your business. And we're having one right now on Google Ads. So Google is really doing a lot when it comes to supporting small businesses, especially retail businesses in Africa. And when small businesses and retail businesses grow, Africa is growing. So follow on social media, Twitter, Facebook, and Instagram. Digital Skills AF on Twitter and Instagram. Digital Skills for Africa on Facebook. Leave your feedback for us, and thank you so much for coming out today, and it's been an interesting ride. So I really do appreciate you all and your engagement today. So do follow, subscribe to this channel. You can find this session through the same link you joined. So you can always come back to find this session right here. And thank you to Emmanuel. Thank you to everyone who joined today. You all made a commitment. You committed your time. You invested the most valuable asset in the world, which is your time. You invested your time to come out today and learn. It's really commendable. So I wish you all success with your business. And I would love to hear your success stories. So come back to us. Hey, I'm now having XYZ number of sales. Business is doing well. Would love to hear that. So thank you all. And from myself and Emmanuel and Jeff, who's behind the scene, thank you. And you all have an amazing day. And remember, implementation is key. Thank you.